Hi guys! Hello! Why did I say that twice? Whatever. Hi people, my name is Dani. I'm here sitting on my bed. I've made a couple videos before called answering questions you're too scared to ask your mom, and this is kind of like a part 3 to that, but I'm not gonna call it that because it's not the exact same concept. It's more just going to be a video where I sit down and kind of give you guys some big sister advice, I guess, on being a woman, or at least like having a anatomically female body, I guess you could say. You don't have to be a woman to have a vagina, obviously. So I basically asked you guys on Instagram what you would want me to talk about, and I have them all gathered on my phone, so I'm just gonna start right away with the very first one. So I got all kinds of questions, and I got a couple repeat questions from things I've already talked about. So if you guys haven't seen my answering questions you're too scared to ask your mom videos, I have 2 of those. Go watch those because you might be missing some things and be like, oh, I want to hear her talk about this. I may have already talked about it. All right, the first thing I'm going to talk about is bras. This is going to be something I'm going to quickly touch on because there's really not much to say about them. But I've been learning a lot about myself and just about being a woman in general, being a person who wears bras, I guess you could say. If you're somebody who cares about that, then this is for you. So I'm in the process of like redoing my bra and underwear collection because I feel like it really needs a serious like fixer-upper moment. And so what I'm really focusing on is, number 1, I figured out what fits me. So guys, for the longest time I was wearing a size small in underwear, and I was wearing like a 34C in my bra. And then I realized that like every time I wore my underwear I had lines on my body after I wore them, which means it's too small. And then also my bras were just generally uncomfortable. Like I didn't realize that if you notice your bra, that means it doesn't fit you. And so I was wearing this bra size I didn't even know was wrong until I took a quiz. And the first bra that I got that actually fit me was Third Love. I really like their quiz because it's very in-depth. So I'll put that link in the description if you want to check out Third Love. But I took the Third Love quiz and it told me that I'm a 32D instead of a 34C. And they're kind of equivalent in cup size, but the difference is that the band is smaller. So I didn't realize that my band was too loose. So like my bras were super uncomfortable for years, and I didn't realize that it was because the band was too loose. I thought it was because it was too tight. So like I tried on a 36 one time and I was like, this doesn't fit me. This isn't right. And then Third Love was like, you're a 32D. And I'd never even really heard of that size before. I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it. And then I got it and I was like, this fits perfectly. And like the bra I'm wearing now is the bra that I originally got from Third Love. I don't know, I'll put the link in the description for it. There's like all these new age like fancy bra companies that are so much better than Victoria's Secret. Please don't shop at Victoria's Secret. It's a really terrible company. And they have like bras for different boob shapes and sizes and directions and asymmetrical, and they have like half sizes. Like it's a whole new world, guys. If you have just been shopping at Victoria's Secret or Target and just like getting whatever you think is fine and you're not happy with your bra, you don't have to live like this. There are new options for us. So I would highly recommend checking out Third Love, and there's also a couple more. I'll leave them all in the description so you guys can see them. But like figure out your right bra size and don't wear the wrong bra size. Like take some quizzes, take a couple different ones and see which one fits you. Try some different sizes and find the one that's best for you. So like there's some certain things that you can check that can tell you whether or not it fits you. So like if your straps are sliding down, or if the inner part right here is digging in, or if it's sticking out, if the band leaves marks after you wear it. There's all kinds of stuff that you can look at. So just like take some quizzes and do some research and find the right bra that fits you. Besides fit, there's also just like look. Like I feel like we all buy like stuff that doesn't necessarily work for our wardrobes. Like you don't have a good strapless bra, or you don't have a good nude bra, or like you have too many patterns or too many bright colors, or all shows through your shirt. Like I feel like as I'm trying to redo my underwear collection or whatever, then I'm trying to find stuff that works with everything, and it's hard, but I think it's important. Somebody said what to do when you miss a period but aren't pregnant. This happens to me a lot. I think they asked this because they know that it happens to me a lot because I recently talked about this. So I've always had like anywhere from 40 to 60 day cycles sometimes. Like there's been a couple months where I just full on missed a period, like I just didn't have one. And this is a really complex subject, but I think that a lot of people don't talk about the fact that there could be underlying problems in a lot of people's bodies that they don't know about or they don't acknowledge because they think that it's normal or they think that it's not a big deal. And I think that it's important to just like highlight this in my video real quick because I don't want anybody like not realizing they have a problem when they do. So I have not been diagnosed with anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with me. I got 2 different ultrasounds, like just like a stomach one and then a vaginal ultrasound, which is like where they go inside and really look at everything, because they were seeing if I had PCOS because I had very weird periods, and they said that everything looked normal and that there was nothing that seemed to be off. So it's probably just my body does that. Like I just have longer cycles and that's kind of it. But that isn't always the case. Like if it's been a few years since you started your period, because like everybody when they first start their period, it's gonna be irregular. It's not gonna be like on the same day every month until you're a little bit older. So like a few years in. If it's been a few years and if you've been tracking your period on an app, which I highly recommend you do, and you notice that it's like super random or that you don't get periods for months or that you get super duper long periods, like if you notice anything's off, you definitely need to look into it. So let me just explain the female menstruation cycle before I continue, because some of you might not know about it. So basically, the way that it works is that our bodies are basically always ready to get pregnant, right? Unless you're on birth control. If you're on birth control, this is different. But if you're just totally not on birth control, your body is constantly prepared to get pregnant, right? So inside of your ovaries, which are in your body, I'll put a little diagram. Inside your ovaries, then there are eggs. And the eggs basically get released, I guess, every month. And that makes them available to the potential sperm to then fertilize the eggs and get you pregnant. So basically, it's like every single month there's a chance for you to get pregnant. That's called ovulation. And when those eggs don't get fertilized, so if you don't have sex and get pregnant, then the lining of your uterus sheds and it basically resets for the next month. So basically, every time you get a period, it's your body just saying, hey, I'm not pregnant, this isn't working, let's try again next month. And so there's only a small window where you could actually get pregnant because the sperm has to meet the egg and the egg has to be there for the sperm to meet the egg, you know what I mean? But generally that time frame of when you're bleeding to when you're bleeding again is supposed to be regular. Like it's supposed to be anywhere, I think from like 25 to 30 days, I think is normal. I think 28 days is the most common, but I know that past 40 is definitely not super normal. And also the length of your period can be anywhere from like 5 to 10 days. But again, above like 10 days is not super normal. So you really need to be looking up like for your age, how common it is to have the cycle that you have. So just look up like 45-day cycle, normal, or whatever. Just like see if that's normal. And then also I would highly recommend tracking your period just so that you can go back like 6 months. I've been tracking mine since I was like 13, so I can go back years and look at what it's been like. And so that's how I kind of knew that something was weird about it. I would highly recommend going back a few months if you can and just looking at how long it's been every single month. And if you can't predict it, there might be something wrong and you need to go to a gynecologist. Don't just rely on the internet. Don't keep it a secret. It's not embarrassing. It could be something totally normal, and it also could be something bad. Like you don't want to be just living your life not realizing that there's something wrong with your body if there is. So I'm highly encouraging you guys, if you notice something's off, then you need to check it out with a doctor. Also, if you notice that your periods are extremely painful or like unbearable, or you bleed like an insane amount every time, like periods aren't supposed to be excruciating. It's not supposed to be debilitating. Like you should still be able to work and live and be fine throughout it. Yeah, guys, there's a lot I could say about periods, but basically just be aware of what's normal and what's not, because you don't want to have an underlying condition and not know about it. And it's perfectly okay to have an underlying condition. There's millions of people who get periods who have diseases and disorders of the ovaries or whatever it is. Be aware and be honest with yourself and with your doctor, and you will be fine. All right, guys, the biggest thing that people asked me about was personal hygiene. Now, this is like a big, broad topic, and this can honestly range to a lot of things, but I'm just gonna touch on some things that I've learned recently. I have not always been good at personal hygiene, guys. I used to stank. I didn't used to shower very much. I didn't take care of myself. So I am here today to give myself the talk I should have gotten when I was younger. And anybody out there who feels embarrassed or weird or like they're nasty or people tell them they smell bad or something sad like that, that sucks. And everybody needs to understand how to take care of themselves and how to take care of their body. Now, I've briefly touched on this in my other video, but I'm just gonna talk about it again because I feel like everybody always wants to know about this and there's no harm in talking about it twice. So here we go. Let's just talk about some absolute basics. You need to shower every single day. This is a great tip, guys. For most people, this comes naturally. Most people, they've been in the habit since they were a kid. They just take a shower every single day. Their mom showered them, whatever, it's normal. Some of us didn't have that growing up, and some of us didn't understand that you need to take a shower every day. So take a shower every day. That's the absolute basics of it, okay? And what you need to be doing in the shower every single day is at least washing your hair and washing your body. You should wash your feet, you should wash your armpits, you should wash your neck. You should get very in-depth about it. I literally used to shower and just wash my hair and think that somehow the shampoo would residually clean me, and that's not how it works. So you need to have a good body wash and a good shampoo and a good conditioner. And guys, really like take care of your shower routine. Like don't make it just like some dingy old shampoo or body wash wash that you just have had for 8 years or something. Like really find something you like, find a smell that you like, figure out your skin type. If you have dry or oily or whatever it is kind of skin that you have, like find some stuff that helps with your skin and is gonna serve your body and that's gonna look cute and make you happy. Like your shower every single day should make you excited. It shouldn't be like, oh, now I have to shower, I'm just gonna rush through it really quickly. Sometimes you don't have the luxury to take your time, but I'm saying even if it's only 10 minutes, like you really need to take that time, as if that's the only part of the day you're gonna pay attention to yourself, you gotta make it good. The next thing is deodorant. Okay guys, we all need to be putting on deodorant. If you don't put on deodorant at least twice a day, now is the time to start. Even if you think you don't smell bad, sometimes you can't smell yourself, sometimes you can't tell, and sometimes people might not be diplomatic. People might not be diplomatic enough to tell you about it. So just put on deodorant twice a day and put on a good deodorant. Don't use like some random thing like Dove or something. Like Native is amazing and they have a plastic free option. My husband loves Native. There's another one that I don't remember what it's called, but I know it says nothing bad on the packaging. I'll put a picture of it and I'll put it in the description. Schmidt's is really great, but it's kind of funky for some people with sensitive armpits, so just like be aware of that. If you can, if you have the budget for it, invest in a good deodorant that's not just like $1 from the drugstore. Like find something that you really like that's gonna last you all day long, or at least like half the day, so you can reapply. Another thing that helps a lot is body spray. So if you have some kind of scent that you really love, personally for me it's vanilla, remembering to spray yourself with a perfume or a body spray every day, it really just adds that like making you feel good about yourself, making you feel clean, and making other people see you as a clean person, you know? Also, a big thing is brushing your teeth. Okay, again, if you guys aren't brushing your teeth twice a day, like I know this is bare minimum stuff, most people do this already, but some people might not know that this is important to do every day. So if you're not brushing your teeth at least twice a day, you need to be brushing your teeth morning and night. And I'm not talking like 30 seconds, just brush your teeth really quick. I'm talking like brush your teeth for a while, brush your tongue, brush the roof of your mouth, and floss, because food gets stuck in your teeth and it makes your breath stink. And I've been struggling with a breath problem for a long time. Like I still don't know if I have it under control, but that doesn't really have to do with me not brushing my teeth enough, because I brush my teeth just as much as anybody else. I just am allergic to a lot of foods, and I think that causes my breath to smell. So as I started changing my diet and taking out certain foods like dairy and wheat and like things that I knew weren't good for me and that my body didn't like, it really made my breath start to smell better. I'm pretty sure that I've pretty much fixed it just by fixing my diet, because obviously your breath is coming from your stomach. So if you have stuff in your stomach that it's not working with your body, like it's not gonna smell good. So take care of your body and it will definitely have like a ripple effect through everything. So now we're gonna talk about your vagina. I talked about this in my other video, but I will continue on with an addition to that. Number one, it's never gonna smell like rainbows and butterflies. It's never gonna smell like pineapple. It's not gonna smell like peaches. It's not gonna smell like candy. Don't listen to any of the marketing schemes. That's not what it's supposed to smell like. And if your partner or somebody is like pressuring you to try and make it smell like that, it's not gonna happen, okay? Maybe you should check what your partner smells like, and unless they smell like rainbows and butterflies, which they probably don't, then you don't need to be held to that standard too, okay? So let's be honest with ourselves. There's always gonna be some sort of a human smell to the vagina, okay? That's just how it works. But there are some things that can greatly affect whether you stink or whether you just kind of smell like a person. The first thing, and I think the most important thing, is diet, okay? I noticed a huge change in my stench when I, again, stopped eating things that my body didn't like. So everybody's body's different. Some people are totally fine eating most things. Other people have issues. Most people, I think, have issues. I definitely have a problem with dairy and some other sort of food groups, so I started eating a more strict diet, and I noticed the days where I ate really clean, my vagina would not smell very bad at all. Like it would just smell like a person, right? But when I was eating like junk food and tons of sugar and things that your body just generally, like nobody really likes it, like dairy and sugar are really, I would say, the biggest culprits, then you're probably not gonna smell good. And I noticed a little something when I was eating worse versus when I'm eating well, which is now I've been eating well for a while now. So definitely face yourself when it comes to your diet. And I think that with any personal hygiene, you need to understand that the most important thing is taking care of your inside body, because it doesn't matter how much deodorant you put on, how much perfume you put on, the things that emit from your body are going to be a direct reflection of what you're putting in your body. So you need to be putting good things in your body. And then also, it's just about the soap you use. So don't buy any like feminine washes or like stuff that's like supposed to clean your vagina and make it smell like whatever. That's all stupid. I don't think it really does anything. Every gynecologist who I've ever like read about who says how you should clean your vagina, none of them suggest that you should use those like weird ass feminine washes. So what I would say is using an unscented soap, but one that's like actually gonna clean. So I don't know if a Dove bar would necessarily cut it. It kind of depends on how much of a stench you have, and like if you're washing yourself every day, it might be fine, but again, it's up to the individual. My mother-in-law recommends oil-based soaps. She says that those work the best. She's obsessed with smelling good, and she always gives me lectures on how I should shower better or whatever. So I would say try an oil soap because she says those work very well. I'll leave some of those in the description. Those can also be more sustainable options as well, like Castile soap, for example. I would say wash yourself twice in the shower. So when you shower, like use your gentle unscented bar of soap or your oil soap or whatever it is that you're gonna use, and do it twice. So do just like a general like scrub of the whole area, and then you'll notice obviously there's like folds in the vulva. You never want to wash inside your vagina, okay? I hope you guys know that. Never ever wash inside of your vagina. But your vulva is the thing that you're trying to actually clean, which is all like the folds and stuff. Get the soap in there and like open it up with your fingers and like really clean inside of your vulva, because if you don't, like that's where all the smell gets trapped. That's where like pee can get trapped and blood. If you're not getting in there, then it's not going to get fully clean. It's never going to smell as clean as you want it to smell. Like imagine if I was just cleaning myself over here and I never lifted up my armpit and washed my armpit. Like it wouldn't actually get any soap in there and it wouldn't clean. So you have to treat it like that. Sometimes we overlook all those little crevices and areas of ourselves. So just like make sure you're doing that and you should be fine. So yeah, guys, that wraps up my like personal hygiene segment. I guess just like give yourself time every single day to take care of yourself and to clean yourself. It doesn't have to be an hour and it doesn't have to be some crazy thing, but definitely set aside a substantial amount of time to get your shower done and put on those products or whatever it is that makes you feel good. Like at the end of the day, it's about feeling good and it's about taking care of your body. It's not about impressing anybody. So just do things that make you feel good every single day and you will be fine. There's so many more things that I could talk about, but I'm gonna end it there just so it doesn't get too long. Make sure you subscribe to my husband's channel. He has a music channel and it's so awesome. He does covers and original music and he's just so talented. Also subscribe to my channel with my husband. We have a vlog channel and it's super fun. And check out my store. It's called XO Dani and I make jewelry and stuff. So yeah, that'll all be in the description and on the screen and everything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.